What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today. It is the 6th of December. We've just started the new day, and we are at $97,700 right now. We're going to talk about Bitcoin, go over the short-term analysis, and just tell you guys my overall thoughts of what I expect for the coming weeks and coming days, of course. If that sounds good to you, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Before we get started, there's two things I want to say. First and foremost, thank you to all the new subscribers out there. I know there's been an inflow of you guys recently. I'm really appreciative, and just shout out to you guys. Thank you for being here. And of course, number two, shout out to all the OGs. Shout out to everybody who's been here. I'm just grateful for this whole community, this crypto gang that we got going together, guys. It seems like a good group of people, like minds, and just everybody seems to be good, kind souls and spirits, and I'm grateful for all of you, man. And there's a couple shitheads in there, but we love our shitheads, man. You gotta have them. Everybody needs an asshole, right? Everybody, you need it's true, right? Like anyways. Bitcoin's at $97,800 right now. I did say that we weren't going to go below 100K ever again after getting above it, right? We did not break above 100K, right? We did go a pretty solid bit. We went to 104K, but rejecting like that, that's not what I would call a break above 100K. So, I was convinced that we were breaking above it yesterday. I was convinced that we wouldn't see any other candles below 100K. I think that when the time comes when we do actually break above 100K, I think that fact will be true. It just wasn't yesterday. It wasn't in the last 24 hours. So here we are, 97K. I had no idea that we dropped this low. I wasn't even paying attention to the price whenever that happened. That's the best, man. Whenever you're not watching the price and it just dumps so much and then it's back up, you blinked and you're like, oh, it's just been here all day. It hasn't moved. But it took someone telling me that it went down this low to even be aware of it. I wasn't watching the charts today. I had other things going on. I'm not worried about this move at all, right? Absolutely, 100,000%, right? This move was to shake out the shorts. This move was to shake out the longs. And then this move back up to where we are now, right? Because it looks like two moves, right? It looks like up and down, but really it's three. Because you went up, you went down, and then you went up again. Basically the same size that you did here whenever you first cleared out your shorts, right? This was you're stop hunting all over the place, right? Nobody knows your orders, your longs, your shorts. They're not safe. That's what this move in the last day told everybody or made everybody think. The smart people, they probably added to their positions down here, or at least hopefully they didn't let go. But I definitely do believe we're going to be moving up higher. We could first move down a little bit, and we'll analyze that, of course. But ultimately, this low, I'm actually surprised that it even went below that low. I don't think we're going to be going lower than that low. And again, I don't think that's so much a fault in Bitcoin itself. Like, I don't think that we're getting this rejection here. I think this is just a little bit of pre-pump scaries. I don't know what to call it, man. But I have a feeling in the next week it's going to be this little. If this is causing anybody worry right now, I have a feeling we're gonna get over that really soon, very very soon. Hold on. Okay, looking at the 4-hour here. 4-hour RSI. We did get pretty nice into the overbought zone here. Pulled all the way back down below the 50. And still, we're maintaining higher lows in the 4-hour, right? We do have this somewhat of a downtrend in the 4-hour RSI, but it seems to me as if we've broken it actually, right? We've broken out of it and then kind of broken back into it. Still holding support on this trend line here. We might be in a new trend instead of this downtrend that we were in, right? This kind of downtrend here. I'll delete this line real quick, right? Instead of in something like this, more or less, I think we've formed a new trend, which is actually potentially this. We might be in this kind of uptrend right now in the 4-hour, which if this is true, if this holds, if we hold support here as we have, if we find resistance here as we have, that could mean that today, tomorrow, the end of this week, going into the end of this week, you guys, we'll probably rally. Right? Like that was it. It's rally time. And if we keep going lower, if we break this little trend line here, then maybe it is consolidate a little bit more time. Maybe we consolidate for the end of the week, start moving up over the weekend, or maybe we start moving up next week, but very, very soon, one way or another, whether we dilly-dally for a little bit longer and then we move up, whether we move up now or we dilly-dally even longer than that and then we move up. But we're going to move up. We're definitely not moving lower. I'd be shocked if we moved lower. 1 hour time frame here. Looking at the RSI here. A little bit of a break in this trend, right? You had the higher lows, you had the higher highs. A little bit of a break there, but I'm not too worried about it. The 1 hour is a lot less significant than the 4 hour. Hold on. Got to clear my throat out there, man. Let's see. You look at the 1 hour, the last time we were in the oversold zone, I mean, it was over here, and we did continue to go down a lot more after getting oversold this first little bit. We did continue to bleed. We went from 95K all the way down to 90K, or at about 97K, you know, and we started at about 96K. Could we go lower? Sure. But this time over here did not have as much volume as we have here. It did not have this humongous wick that we had here. It wasn't during as emotionally or sentimentally volatile times. I would say it's kind of different circumstances, but something to go off of there. Here you got oversold. As soon as you got oversold, you started moving up, but it wasn't again, not very similar conditions at all. I don't know. I'm trying to look for something similar because to me, the 1 hour would imply that we go down a little bit more, but also being this far in the oversold zone, generally it doesn't last that long. So if we move down, and we probably do based on the 1 hour, I don't think we move down by much. We're at 97.6K. By the time most of you probably watch this video, we will have probably already made our move down. I bet we find support at either this low, which we kind of already have, or we find support at one of these lows down here, right? Something like that. So we're at 97.6K. I guess the call would be to move down first, oh so slightly, maybe to like 93.5K to 94.5K, something like that. Maybe we do form some kind of slightly higher low or slightly lower low. You know, we don't have to go down to these lines, but I think we do go a little bit lower first, and then we continue our upward trend within the next, I mean, it could be today that we continue to move up higher. It could be tomorrow, you know, but very soon I would think that we're going to continue our ascent higher. Looking at this on a 15-minute time frame from the high to the low, it's a nice pickup all the way to the 618, but you do find resistance. This lines up with the idea that you probably move down immediately, like very immediately, right? Kind of have this lower high trend. Maybe you find support at the 382, which is it's at about 95.5K. The 236 has 93.5K. So it's good to see that there's multiple things lining up with that area, right? So sounds about right to me. I don't know if I have anything else that I want to say. Probably a little bit of downside. And by the time we wake up tomorrow, or by the time that most people watch this, we'll probably have already had that. And I think we'll be working our way upwards. Looking at the daily RSI, we're still holding this upward trend. What I will say is a little bit concerning is if we don't pick up the pace a little bit here, we do run the risk of breaking this daily trend. And if we break this daily trend in the RSI, guys, that would actually have me thinking that we're not going to break above 100K anytime soon. That would be a more of an end of the month move. It would not be we would not have the first half of December pump like I've been calling for. So very important we hold this line. And I want to say too, if we look at this line, you look at it on a daily basis, daily RSI, it looks like we haven't broken through it, but if you were watching this day and you were watching it the whole time and you saw the price right down here in these zones, I bet we broke this line. But the day came back up, so the RSI came back up and it closed here. So just because you see it below the line isn't a bad thing. It's not ideal, but really you need the close. If it's closed and it's below the line, then yes, that's a bad thing. But so far we're still holding these higher lows. I'm not worried about it. Looks fine. Weekly RSI looks fine. Yeah. I think we're moving up. A little bit of downside. I got nothing else to say. Hit the like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want more content like this. I definitely do believe that for whatever reason yesterday, you know, there's probably plenty of theories or plenty of reasons that this could have happened, why we just moved up all of a sudden and moved down all of a sudden, and then also moved back up all of a sudden. But my theory is, and I think probably most people's theories would be, that the market is over leveraged right now, right? So these are stop hunts. That's like 100% what these are. And yeah, nothing to be concerned with. Nothing. Bitcoin's not broken. Crypto's not broken. The party's still on, guys. I promise you, the party's still on. We are just getting started. It's not stopping here. All right. Take care. I'll see you on the next one. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Bye-bye.